Should be on. Hello. There we go. Now we're on. Canadian trucker. What part of Canada are you from, buddy? Trying to get it to come up on my computer so that I can see the comments. Temper Metal. Hey, I was going to talk about you today too, buddy. How we doing? Ow. MSL logging. You guys still getting a bunch of rain out there, buddy? New Brunswick, East Coast. You guys still getting a bunch of rain, MSL? Oh, man, what the heck's going on? Joseph Bowley is in the house. Why am I not getting... Nelson, God dang it. Still no wrench. Oh my God, three weeks of rain. Yeah, I don't know, Nelson. I went back and redid it. I don't see anybody else on yet. Aaron Anderson, hello. Please don't call me sir. Sir was my dad, and he was an asshole. There we go. Now I see the... Anyway, so we'll wait a couple more minutes, let some more people get on, but really just coming on today because no. There. I just wanted to say thanks to all of you guys for helping me reach 2,400 subs. Never dreamed it would ever go this far. I remember after my first video, it was 3 or 4 days, I kept checking, like every hour I'd look and see, and no sub. And then Chuck Stevenson was the first one to sub, and I was like, yeah! And then it seemed like it took forever to get to 50. And I'd put a video out on Friday about reaching 50 subscribers. And then on that Sunday is when Logger Wade gave me a shout out. And I went from like 50 to 1,500 in just a couple of weeks. It was pretty crazy. Mark, did you get your stickers, buddy? Live fun. Oh, okay, yeah. So Temper Metal, you all, is used to be Tig Bar C. I was gonna say something about that because we'd lost contact there for a while, and he had some life issues happen and whatnot. So he is no longer logging. He's long haul trucking now. But we're glad to have you back. Under whatever name you use, no matter to us. We're just glad to have you here, buddy. There's Dickard. He's got... I don't know what happened, Nelson. I don't... I'll go back in this afternoon. Uh-oh. There we go. Try it again. When I went back last time, it said you were still a mod, so I don't get it. Just like my mics. I finally figured out what's going on with the mics on my GoPros, and I don't know why they work to begin with, but apparently when you hook an external mic up, you got to go into the settings and turn it on. So I don't understand why they work to begin with, you know, and because I never went in and turned them on or turned them off for it to be working. So obviously something happened there. But anyways, I've checked and rechecked and overchecked and checked again, and it seems like they're working now. And it was all because of the settings. I have the settings right. I thought it was the adapter, but apparently it was not. So that'll help. I know I've gotten quite a few comments about the audio being pretty low, especially when I'm traveling, because those idlers squeal so much when it's dry the way it is. If I won the 100, would have told Alex to keep it and send shirts. What? What? Oh, yeah, no kidding. Speaking of Dickered with Dave and my little story time thing, apparently in Canada they don't have these, but so if you need them, I can send them. But they're called stencils. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but that's supposed to be an R. R. Oh, look at this. Dave's telling me I'm number one. No, he's been actually he sent me a picture of it the other day, and he's having a hard time getting all of the fine design in the loader, doing it with his wood carver thing. Anyway, so he's going to go a little different route, but it's pretty cool looking. Oh, and we still got lots and lots of stickers. If you guys want one, make sure you go into the email, skatealex@gmail.com. Let me know. $2.50 a piece, 5 for $10, or we'll have the patches here pretty soon. The patches are done, and they have been. I just got to get up to Patrick's to get them. Been trying to get up to Patrick's for like a year now. Skidder Kev here. If it wasn't for Skidell, who'd care about Canada? Ooh. What is the shirt status? Right now, it's still about the same as it was before. I've actually only got 6 confirmed orders. And the thing of it is I can order them. It doesn't matter how many I get. I can get 1 or 500. But the more I get, the farther down I can bring the price. So I'm kind of hanging out waiting because I want to make an order of like 50 or more. If I do that, then I can get the price down to where it's only going to be like $16 plus shipping, and that ain't bad. So I'm just holding out a little bit longer on the shirts and see where it goes. Like I say, if my financial situation was a little better, I would just buy, like I say, 50 or 100 shirts and have them on hand, because I know it'd be easier to buy them once they're on hand. So hopefully that'll happen pretty soon, because I'd really like to get some shirts out there. It took me forever to get the stickers going. So we'll get those out just as soon as they absolutely can. To the time, how you doing, buddy? I have not checked my email. I will here shortly. Brian Craig from Pennsylvania. What part of Pennsylvania are you from, buddy? I just I made a trip out there last year or last summer, and then here just a couple of weeks ago I went to State College is where I flew into. I think oh shoot, what was Lockhaven, I think was the name of the little town that we were in. Anyways, Bud Grand and John, his dad, and his stepmom, super cool people. in their house. Oh my God. And it sucks because I took a bunch of video inside the house and everything, and I smoked my SD card. Really bummed me out. Oh, right on. That's cool. Pittsburgh area here. Oh, Nutsy. How much longer till you get the your dancing shoes off, bud? I'm sure you got to be getting pretty sick of that thing. I know when I never did have the boot. I went from a body cast. I had it on for 9 months, and then they put a short leg cast on. I had it for 3 months, 3.5 months. And then they took it off, and I went back to work. My leg was about this big around. It was pretty sad looking. I never did. My left leg never has completely regained all the strength and everything that my right leg had. So that was kind of crappy. Oh wow. Where's that at? Oh, well, big old storm on the East Coast, huh? Forget that. How ripe is that, dude? Nuts. Oh, you take it out? Yeah, I could see where I'd take it off myself if, having a boot like that. Mr. McCoy, how we doing, buddy? Glad to have you with us. 420, it's going pretty good, bud. Brian Craig, I'm from Little California. Real McCoy is in the house. If you guys haven't, and I know I say this all the time, if you haven't went over and checked out Real McCoy's channel, you have to. And you don't have to even watch the video. Just listen to him because I love his intro. I wish I could get my intro to be just, it's great. I love it. Also, I got in the mail today some solos and sawdust and some Canadian stripper money. So I had to put one of them on my lunch pail. I'm not sure where the other one's going. It's probably going to go on the back of Kermit the Crummy with my other stickers. Put a mic on, a straight pipe, and that Detroit. Oh, God, yes. That's the only bad thing about, because that straight pipe Detroit that I was working on, I'm for that guy. And if you run it for 6, 7, 8 hours a day, you're really not all that happy about that thing being straight pipe. But man, standing back behind it when they really start pulling on that thing, God, it sounds good. And with everything and all that went down and whatnot, I absolutely have to say that when Big Daddy ran that yarder, it had a completely different sound than when anybody else ran it. He absolutely knew when to shift up, when to shift down, wide open. But after I ran it for a couple of months, he did show me that when you were wide open, if you would come back just about a quarter, it was really in its zone and would run the best then. So I do miss that because it really put the explanation point behind get time. But the 071 that Cody's got, I'm surprised. I mean, it is in really good shape and it runs really good. Oh, that's good. Oh my God. Jake Brake says it's 102 degrees in southern Arizona. Oh God. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. Well, Dickard's the only one that's on, right? I don't see any other mods, bud. Well, Nutsy should be a mod, and so should Steve Reno is. But Nutsy and Real McCoy should be mods too. Chuck Driver. So yeah, there is still an issue because Nuts and Real McCoy should be mods too. We got a little tiny sprinkle of rain last night ourselves too. Yeah, if we got like a quarter or half an inch about every 3 weeks throughout the summer, that would be really nice. I have a toolbox full of wrenches. You don't, Pete. You should have got. Have you not got your stickers yet, Mike McCoy? Well, the mod thing, Pete, or Nutsy, basically what it is if you get these jackasses on there, you have the authority. You can either put them in timeout or kick them off of the live feed so that they're not making stupid comments and whatnot. So that while whoever's doing the live feed, they can concentrate on doing the live feed and not have to worry about chasing people out, because there's always got to be one jackass. Oh, okay, you did get him, McCoy, right on. And Skidder Kev, he's working on getting some too. I can't wait to see what he comes up with, because he decided to go with the cartoony logo. So I think that'll turn out really, really cool. Watch that GNS guy like a hawk, Nutsy. That's funny. Yeah, well, Brian, he gets a little sideways now and again. Another thing, September, oh shoot, I forgot the date. I think it's September 16th, 17th, and 18th. They are going to do a live in the woods show just up the road from us, Benton County. So that's going to be pretty neat. Hopefully, a group of us are going to get together and go to that. We'll definitely make sure we get lots of video. I don't know if they're going to have any yarders running or not. I would think they would, but that would be really, really cool. What the heck? And there was something else too. God dang it, I hate it when I do that. 2,400 subs. Solos and Sawdust. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Fire season is almost upon us. They have not put us on restrictions yet. They have stopped smoking in the brush. But they haven't actually put us on a level restriction yet. So I was going to go over that again real quick. And it surprises me that, like out there with Stump last year, there is no fire restrictions. It's just so odd how each region is different. Where I was talking to the desert logger, Theodore. Yeah. They've been on fire restrictions for like 2 months now and have already been pushed out of the woods a couple of days because of low humidity and high fire danger. But anyway, so it starts out as a level 1, which is fire season. And that just says that, it is fire season. You need to start being a little more cautious about what you do. Have your fire truck and your tools on hand, and you know, your new guys, green guys, you need to give them a rundown of what their responsibility would be if a fire starts and whatnot. And then level 2, limited shutdown is, I didn't turn the light on. Yeah, level 2 power saws can be run only between 8 p.m. and 1 p.m. except for at loading sites. Feller bunchers with rotary heads, cable yarding, blasting, welding, cutting, all that. Now that on a level 2, like I say, it's a 1 o'clock shutdown. So after 1 o'clock, you can't do any welding, cutting, grinding, anything like that. Cable yarding, unless you are using a standing skyline system where there's no blocks moving in the brush and whatnot. And then a level 3 is cable yarding except for gravity operated logging system employing non-motorized carriages, which they have changed that law. And approved motorized carriages may operate between 8 p.m. and 1 p.m. when all the blocks and moving lines are suspended 10 feet above the ground, except the line between the carriage and the chokers during rigging. See approved motorized carriage on the back. So, and what they're talking about is the skidding line, because on the motorized carrier, the slack pullers, you know, you have to slack the line so it can spit out through. And then on a level 4, yeah, nobody can go play in the woods on a level 4. And normally, like, if we're in a pretty tough, hot, dry fire season, your holiday weekends, 4th of July, stuff like that, they will go to a level 4 just because it being a holiday weekend, a lot of the resources are not available, you know, extra firefighters and whatnot like that. So sometimes guys will get all excited. Oh no, we're going to a level 4 this weekend. And it's just for the weekend a lot of times. What? Weyerhaeuser wants to take away, I shouldn't have said the name. Pension and benefits we have currently away. What the heck? Yeah, it does seem a little early, Chuck, but I think they're a little scared after last year. We lost a lot of timber last year, which really sucks. SO logging, what's up? Well, I don't believe I've seen you on here before. Where are you about, SO logging? Stand tall, Devin. What happened to Devin? The company is not being nice at all with us, but we have to stand our ground. Uh-oh. Where'd Blue Line go? No fire stuff here, Nutsy says. Whack it and stack it, baby. Come out. Oh, he must, that Blue Line, he is actually a county sheriff in Washington, Cowlitz County Sheriff, and he works the night shift, so he may have had to take off to work. And his drone videos, they're awesome. I don't know how the guy does it. I'd love to spend an afternoon with him. And Blue Line had to go to a party. Anyways, yeah, if you haven't watched Blue Line's videos either, or Blue Line, Dickard, Nutsy, Stump Jumper, you know, there's so many that, and I don't want to forget anybody. To the Top Crane, he's got some really cool videos out there too. But that Blue Line, his drone videos are off the hook. They are awesome. The guy is great. Where are you from? Lumber here is down. Local logging company just fired 63 of 68 employees. Like fired them because the timber prices are down, or fired them because the timber prices here in Oregon, they're still up pretty good. A lot of private landowners are cutting timber now because the price is up there. Yes, that blue line does have some crazy good footage. He does such an awesome job. I think, and a lot of that is confidence in your equipment and whatnot, which I never had enough confidence in myself to fly as far as he goes. I wanted to get back and like get right down over the tail hold and everything and then come right up the skyline, but I never could get grow enough testicles to do it. Plus, after getting I like the DJI Phantom. I really do. It took really good video and everything. It was a really good starter drone. But after using it and then watching some other guys and what their drones do, my next one will be a better drone. Not sure exactly. Maybe the Mavic Pro. I like that. But the one that Blue Line is using, he can go out 4 miles, where the DJI or the Phantom I had, I think just under 2 miles was my absolute max. And there, I tried to go just straight up and got to like 2,200 feet. And I don't know what just happened. What happened? I hope I didn't shut it off. Anyways, I could only get up to about 1,800, 2,000 feet, and I was out of range for my remote, which I always thought I thought they would go a lot higher than that. But again, like I say, that I don't want to take anything away from the DJI Phantoms. It was pretty cool. Yeah, Maverick Pro is what the Blue Line is using, Craig. Well, you have gotten the drone on top of your crane and got it up, or your camera on top of the crane. I think that'd be cool. I wanted to ask you about the magnets. You're just using oh man, I think I put it all up. Shoot. You're just using these style to mount the camera to, right? And then you're mounting these to the magnets. Are you using anything different than this little stick to mount it to the magnet? Because I think that using yes, no. I think the magnet would be very helpful to me in a lot of spots. I don't believe that I would trust the magnet to ride the carriage, but like getting up 3M VHB. Anyways, if I use the magnet, you know, I could climb up the ladder and like stick it pretty high on the side of the tube or whatnot, because where the mounts or where spots are for me to get a mount on it, I'm not getting a very good shot. So, is Real McCoy taking off? Tell Mother we said hi, buddy. You guys be safe out there, all right? So you're not using anything different than this to stick it to the magnet? VHB, that would be what you just said, huh? I'm pleasantly surprised with how well they will stick. You know, I have put them on the side of the boom of the loader and whatnot. You know, I make sure I clean it off a little bit, and surprisingly, they stick really well. And then it peels off of this. The sticky stuff peels off of this really easily. So if you want to take it off of that spot and put it on another one, and you can buy the replacement pads for these. So that's good to know. And then just any regular, is there a certain pound? I don't know how they do that on the magnets, if it's a poundage or you know what. I do know you said cow magnets. What is a cow magnet? Anyways, I do know you said something about you put silicone on the back of the magnets so that it won't scratch paint and all that. Is that what you're doing? 10 pounds of pull each. So, okay, I get it. So with 3 of them, you got 30 pounds. It'd take quite a bit for that to come off then. Magnets they use to put over. So I haven't seen any of those. But yeah, I want to get something a little bit different because, you know, like I say, climbing up the tube or something like that, where, you know, this style mount or something, they work, but I don't always have, you know, it's not in the right spot to get the best view. That would suck to 10-man through. That's funny. I got a couple of magnets out of your hard drive, and they're really. Yeah, you did. You put one on the bunks of your truck, didn't you, and drove down the road? Was that for me and Chuck actually talked about using magnets quite a while ago, last year sometime, and I wasn't sure if it would mess with the camera or not. So that's good to know. Like I say, I think if I had the magnets, you know, I could just run up, flop it to the side of the tube or whatnot, or on the boom of the loader or whatever. I have found a really good spot where I think I can put it on the head of the processor and get some really good processing shots. So we're going to be trying that here shortly. And I came up with, I'm going to use this with this longer extender, so I can get it right on top of the carriage, and then it'll hang out. Because the last one, it was actually a pretty good video, but you could still see that molly flopping around. And I think with this, it'll get it out there just far enough that you won't be seeing much view of the carriage. The only other thing I did want to try is I got these tethers. I wanted to try the magnet and put it on like some that turns and get the camera on it. And, you know, so maybe we could get some shots of it coming in and going out. I think that'd be really, really cool. But the only way to do that is to get it on a magnet, and then with the tether, it'd end up wrapping itself around. So I'm a little bit scared of a little bit scared of losing the camera. Why won't that goofy thing? But I guess if we don't try, we'll never know, will we? Troy Larson, how you doing? Any welding supply shop has larger grounding magnets. Oh, that's a good idea. Gotta go watch the thank you video. Oh, okay, right on. Appreciate you stopping by, Top Crane. And like I said, I guess you said you sent me an email, so I'll check that later and get back with you. I appreciate you stopping by. Stay safe. Get logs, buddy. Chuck Driver says hi, Jen. She says hello. I sent pics to your email. Okay, right on. Cool. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks. It won't be long and your channel's going to go right up there. Them crane videos pretty cool. Those cranes are... I don't think you'd catch me. I mean, you know, picking up some of the smaller stuff wouldn't be so bad, but when they put those cranes on top of 100-story buildings and start picking great big metal beams and stuff, no, don't think so. Any cool stories about your tattoos? My wife just looked at me. Well, like I say, this one, that's not a very good shot of it, but that is the dogs to a chainsaw, and this piece up here is the oiler plate behind your sprocket on your chainsaw. That is a broken hydraulic hose. And when I had my first knee surgery done, the crew I had been working with for quite a while actually paid to have that tattoo done because they said that I was not man, I was machine, and I had hydraulic fluid running through my veins. So having the surgery done was like breaking a hydraulic hose. And then I have, I got this one, and the wife got that one because she said I was cold-blooded, not a very nice person. Oh, Lord. No, I wasn't going to drop my britches. No, I wasn't going rogue like Ginter.
That was Chuck Trevor that asked that, wasn't
it? Canadian, no. Wayne Thorpe said that about dropping my britches, and then Chuck Scott said that about going rogue. Let's see, and then I've got actually the wife's name, which thank the good Lord above, it was actually my ex-wife, so I had to marry a woman with the same name. So I just added to it. Got all my boys on this side, and then I have some on my back. But I think that's about the best. The one on my leg is probably the best story. And, you know, like I said, I would like to do a lot more story time, but without some kind of a... the pictures he sent me, it's turning out really, really good. So I have... it's worth the wait. It's going to be really cool when we get it up. Plus, I still haven't got... I got to get a computer table and all that to get set up. So we're all good. Tramp stamp. Nope, I don't have any tramp stamps. Better get out and get those sticks some sun. Yeah, little white boy here. Probably hockey season, so it might be a while. Yeah, I think that's probably what's up with Mark Jody. Did he ever answer? Did you get your stickers, Mark? You're looking for tools. I picked a house the other day. I watched that video. That's pretty cool. To the top crane. Has that bet been won yet? What was the bet? What's the bet with the top? Sign didn't pass QC, so it's going. Yeah, he sent me a picture and you know, wanted to make sure I liked it and all that. We okayed it, and then a few hours later that evening he texted me back and said, me and a friend are 1,000 subs. Oh, right on. What's your buddy's name of his channel? When will the new leather work? I don't know. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'm not sure exactly how that works out. I don't know if Cody's going to have like, Triad or Link Belt come and do it, put a seat and all that in, or if he's going to hire a contract mechanic or whatnot. So I'm not sure. G4 Outdoors. But as soon as it does get in, I'll definitely make sure and get video of it. Let you guys know. And I know if any of you guys have any joint issues, you know what I'm talking about. And it's just not being able to adjust that seat. My knees are just, they're like that all day long. And at the end of the day, they're just, it's hard to climb out of it. Oh, okay, yeah. I wanted to talk to you about, were you guys in the same room when you did that? Or how'd you do that? That was really cool. I'd love to do that with another YouTuber, do, a live thing. But be, like if me and Dickard wanted to do it, I think that'd be really cool. Google Hangouts. That's what Dickard was saying. We'll have to check into that, Dickard. Tendinitis. It's from sharpening them chains all them years. That's why you got that grinder, huh? That was a pretty good excuse to get a grinder. Dude, you guys, he still hasn't said anything, but Chuck's buying a yarder. It's not going to be Chuck Driver anymore. It's going to be Chuck Yarder logging. I know. Has the cat showed up yet? Chuck just bought a new cat, too. Cody Brown, what's up? How you doing, Cody? I was talking about your knees. No. Where is Brian today? Brian and Woos and Isaac Larson. None of you guys are here today. Daniel Boone. Oh, that's another thing. I'm going to, I've threatened to do it and threatened to do it and I'm going to try to do a few. Nice day out here in Maine. Good. You guys have been getting hit with weather pretty hard this year, too. No yarder. Hopefully the cat will show up at the end of this week or first part of next week. Right on. And you went with the High Drive 5, right? Or did you end up getting the 4? Actually, Wayne, you asked that. Let me finish what I was saying. I threatened about, or said, and I've always wanted to do some interviews of old loggers and new loggers, why they got into it, why they're still into it and all that. But got to run, everybody. Supper's ready. Planning another live stream for next Sunday. Alex, if you can help with anything, let me know. All right, thanks, bud. I appreciate the information on the magnets and all that. I'm going to try that. And I said earlier, you guys, when I mentioned Dickard and Mike McCoy's channel, To the Top Crane, he's got some really cool videos too. So jump over that out. Be safe, bud. Corey White. Love the videos, and we have snow here in Newfoundland today. Ooh, sorry about that, bud. But I'm glad you like the videos, and I think it's pretty cool that we're reaching clear over to Newfoundland. That's really cool. That's a lot of the reason why I'm doing the YouTube and whatnot, was to meet other people, and it has not disappointed yet. So anyway, so I'm going to start doing some interviews and whatnot, but Daniel Boone, I think, really has the logger interview market cornered. He knows what questions to ask and how to lead them from one question or answer right to the next one. and the best questions to ask. So I am going to use. I like your live streams and all the cool people in the comments. I've said it all along to all of the subs, all of the new subs. Don't be afraid to jump in the comments and say hi to somebody, because there are some super neat people. And, even if you're not commenting on the video or the live stream at hand, don't be afraid to jump in there and say, hey, Chuck or Dickard or whatever, because they're great people. And you never know, you may meet your new best friend. So back to the interviews. I am going to use some of the questions that he uses, because they are really good questions and whatnot, but I'm going to go into some different areas too that he hasn't used. So hopefully it turns out pretty good. And I did last night, I texted the guy that had he's got a little toy RC yarder, and was also the yarder engineer, was there the day that I got hurt really bad. And was just waiting for the weather to get better to rig up the toy yarder outside. So, like I say, I texted him and he said it should be up and ready to go here in the next week or so. He's got a small logging museum, which would be really, really cool. I'm going to go over and do an interview with him. Obviously, we'll get lots of video of the yarder, and he's got it set up where it's doing an actual wild bite north bending system. So it will be a lot easier to explain north bending when you're watching it too. So that'll be really neat. Plus the New Zealand SNW02. How you doing, buddy? He's a really neat guy, and I think it'll be a really, really, really good interview because he has just recently retired, so he spent a lot of time in the old growth days. But his father is also going to be there, and he was a high climber for the steam donkeys. So that'll be a really, really cool video or interview. Plus, like I say, he's got a little logging museum, so it's going to be really cool. I'm going to try to get some. That's how I'm going to introduce you guys to the crew. I'm going to do some interviews with them. And that buddy of mine, Adam, I'm going to do, when I do the interview with him, we're going to talk about the day that I got hurt because he was there. And obviously there's a lot of things that happened that day that I wouldn't remember or wasn't a part of because I was laid out taking a nap. So it'd just be interesting to hear somebody else's side of what happened that day. Sounds like some awful stuff. I hope it comes out good. I really do. And like I say, I have gotten some comments on a few of the last videos, and I really, really appreciate, if the audio isn't so good or I'm not getting, I was trying to explain something and it didn't come out right or you didn't understand it. I want you guys to, let me know in the comments, because the only way I can make something better is if I know it needs work. Not being a very technical person, I think, is part of the reason that the channel is kind of lagging. If I knew a lot more about this techie stuff and whatnot, I think the channel would be far than it is. But we're working on it, and I am trying, and I do want to get, interesting videos and keep you guys interested in watching them and whatnot. Does your new boss have a lot of... Uh-oh, he took off? Jeremy Howard. See you later, buddy. Hope you have a good afternoon. Stay safe. Get logs, all right? Anyways, yeah, I want to keep the channel interesting. I don't want you guys just showing up just to, for a sub count or a view count or whatnot. I want it to be interesting. And, you know, like I say, just like with the mic, I had no clue. And I don't know what made me think about it. I went and I thought it was the power mic had went bad. So I went and got another mic and it worked. I was like, that was it. And then the next time it didn't work. And I'm like, what the heck? So I went back and forth. Work, wouldn't work, work, wouldn't work. And well, I narrowed it down to where I thought it was the adapter. And for whatever reason last night, I decided to go on YouTube and search it. And after watching a couple of videos, like I say, I didn't even know that when you plug the external mic in, that there was an option. So hopefully that's what it is. And that's what I mean by not being very technical. Would you rather be setting under a yarder or on shovel ground? That's tough. That's a tough question because I do like shovel logging. I really enjoy it. But I really, really enjoy being around a yarder too. Shovel logging, you stay more busier. I gotta go, Alex. Just don't pick your nose or scratch yourself. All right, Chuck. Be safe. I'll talk to you later. I really enjoy being around a yarder. I really do. Shovel logging keeps you busier. But there's times that sitting under a yarder, you're so busy, you know, I don't have time to do anything. So there, it's 6 in one, half dozen in the other. I suppose if I was asked, you know, this is all you're ever going to get to do ever again, so choose now, I would probably say I would want to be around a yarder because there's the option to not just load logs or deck logs or whatever, you know, you can help the rigging crew as much as I possibly can or you know, pull guy line, stuff like that. Just all the things that really define what West Coast logging really is. And hopefully I'll get some time to get out on the rigging here soon and spend a couple hours out there with them guys setting chokers and get some video of that. So, because we haven't done that in a long time, quite a while. And as bad as my knees have been hurting lately, it'll probably be a pretty slow, gruntily trip. Unless I can walk the loader out there and then just sit in the loader. Here, I'll hand you this one. Which we are going to. Somebody asked the other day because I was stacking logs for the yarder. And they said, well, you're already there. Why don't you just, you know, pack them up the hill with you? Doesn't it, you know, that's handling them more times. And the thing of it with that is the 2800 is a small loader. It's a really small loader with a very short boom. So it's actually a lot faster if I just like bunch for them guys and put them in piles so they can just set chokers on big piles and because the yarder can drag them up the hill way faster than that 800 because a lot of times, you know, a 15-inch tree length is all that thing and it grunts, and with that 34-foot boom it don't go very far, so you got to throw them a lot of times. So if it's more than, you know, 50, 60, 100 feet away from the road, it's a lot faster just to bunch them up and hand them to the rigging crew than it is to shuttle them up the hill. So it's a 2001 Link Belt Quantum 2800, and it is in really good shape. 13,000 hours. I mean, it's actually... Yesterday, I went up and took a hose off the boom because it was starting to leak and went and got it replaced. And it was the original hose that was put on it when the thing was built. So that's pretty good. 17 years on for a main boom hose too. That's really good because those are super high pressure hoses. Setting chokers is hard work, but you got a target to get. Yes. No, I if it was, and I've said it all along, and I'll say it till the day I die. If it was left up to me, I would much rather be out on the hillside, tending hook and helping the guys on the rigging. That's was my passion, and absolutely loved it, and wanted to do nothing. You know, I wanted to know how to run equipment so that when, you know, vacation time or you know, emergencies or whatever, I could do it, you know, so that we could continue to work. But unfortunately, I'd love to run a yarder, set chokers. I want a log so bad. Oh, Troy. Oh, Troy, you're the one in over in Bend, right? I hope. 2001, only 13,000 hours. Has hardly done any work. Hours is off to the junction. Well, see, and the thing of it is, yeah, I'm a tiny kid, so everyone I know says, hey, now, I'm going to tell you right now, I broke into the woods when I was 18 years old. I weighed 105 pounds. Size has nothing to do with it. It's all in here and in here. If you got the heart and you got the passion, it is harder. Trust me, it's harder. And I did struggle, but I gave it everything I had every day. And it will come. If you honestly want to work on the rigging and log, you absolutely, if you've got it in your heart, don't ever let anybody tell you that size matters, because it don't. You know, even when it comes to pack and rigging and stuff like that, we actually were talking about this the other day. You know, I've seen guys like Stacy pick up 2 and 3 and 4 coils at a time and make one trip. There's no way I could do it. So I had to make, you know, 3 or 4 trips, but I did it. You know, it can be done. It may, in the beginning, it will take you longer, but once your strength and your stamina and all that is built up, I could move, you know, 3 coils one at a time just as fast as those guys were taking 3 at one time. And, you know, I had a guy once say, well, you're making all these extra your steps, you know, it's going to wear your body out quicker. Well, that guy's in the same boat I am right now, and he's spent the same amount of time. So whether you're packing a whole bunch at once or a little bit a whole bunch of times, it's still wearing on your body. So absolutely. SWNO2, he says being a smaller guy, and it does, because you could stay on top of the, you know, there were times where it was super brushy and I could skivvy out, you know, a 1-inch top and not have it break or bend or fall in, where these 200-pounders, they had to go up and over and under and through. So being a smaller guy, it can be a benefit too. Yeah, don't ever let anybody, if that's what you really want to do, then you do that. That's, you know, don't let anybody say size has anything to do with it, because it don't. And just like with the woman truck driver that I never did get the video to get out to you guys, which I thought was cooler than heck. I got no problem with it all. If she wants, and that's what she wants to do, and you know, she comes out there and is on time and does what she needs to do, I don't care what, you know, black, white, yellow, green, male, female. And she had a really good attitude about it. You know, she wasn't asking for, you know, hey, can you do this because I'm a girl or whatnot. She jumped right out through her own goddamn wrappers, you know, whatnot. And she drove that truck the way it was supposed to be drove. And I thought it was pretty cool, to be honest. And so, yeah, don't let that bothers me greatly, because if you honestly look at rigging crews nowadays, there's a lot more smaller people than there are bigger people. And the part of that is, back in the older days, it was big yarders, big rigging, big wood, flat ground, no brush. Yeah. But the bigger guys, they did have an easier time. But when they went to the second growth timber and the smaller yarders, small line, they're fast, just boom, 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 boom. Those big guys struggled pretty hard. So, take that into consideration when you're making your decision whether you think size is going to affect you or not. It is. Where you're at over there, there's not a whole lot of yarder logging going on. So that is, your area or your region kind of dictates what work you will get to do. I don't know if you ever answered about your stickers or not. Been a long time since I spent any time hooking up. And one of the things, as I was saying, if it was left up to me, I would still be out on it. Our hook tender is 62 years old, and he has been given the opportunity to run yarder and whatnot, and he absolutely hates it. And I'm going to get an interview with him about that too, because it's kind of his theory about it is kind of the same as mine. He enjoys working on the ground and whatnot, and so it'd just kind of be cool to get a video of him. Hey everybody, greets from Switzerland. How you doing? Tree Devil 01. So Switzerland, New Zealand. You go logging, make sure someone shows you how to carry the blocks the proper way, because you blow your back out if you don't. Those old timers could be productive with misery whips. The guy at McDonald's today had problems putting together a sandwich. But we could spend hours talking about that. We honestly could. And I really don't want to get into that. The short of it, my take on that is the way America, or whatever, however you want to say it, everybody gets a participation sticker or whatnot. I do believe is a lot of the problem. I'm not saying that using a belt to discipline your children is the right way to go either, but my generation, we worked for what we wanted. I picked beans and corn and bucked hay, and when Dad was logging with the horses, when I was 6, 8, 10 years old, my job was to go out the skid trails and clean all the brush out of them so the horses wouldn't walk on them. So I do feel that nowadays everybody's a snowflake, don't want to hurt their feelings, and manual labor is not for everybody. That is part of the problem. But we'll leave it at that. So anyways, I didn't realize that we'd been into this for almost an hour now. I think that's probably one of my longest live feeds so far, but it seems like things are flowing pretty good. So I think we'll drop it at that. I appreciate everybody showing up today. Brian Ames just got here. How you doing, buddy? Again, thank you all very much for watching and help support the channel. 2,400 subs. I never ever dreamed we'd go this far. I hope to go a lot farther, but if we don't, I am absolutely happy with where we are at. I've said it over and over, and I'll keep saying it. Don't be afraid to get in the comments and say hi to somebody whether it's about the video, you know, or there are a lot of really awesome people in the comment section. So don't be Cody Thornton. Hello, bud. How you doing? Don't be afraid to jump in there and say hi, because you may meet your next best friend. And I think that's one of the best things about doing YouTube for me, is the people that I have met and the friendships that I have gained doing this has been absolutely awesome. If you're looking for something else to watch, go check out Dickard with Dave, Real McCoy, Nuts 319, Skitter Kev, Stump Jumper videos, To the Top Crane, Jesse Austin. For you guys that want hand cutting videos, I'm doing the best I can, but I'm just not around hand cutters that much. Check out Jesse Austin. He subscribed to the channel the other day. I checked out a few of his videos. He's got some really cool ones in there. He is breaking in cutting with his dad. So he's right on the stump. He's got some really cool videos. Till next time, guys, stay safe. Get loves. Come on.